And hello everybody, welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Robelle, Autonomy, and today we are here to look at some Wuthering Waves content. They drip marketed both of the new characters. I saw the drip marketed one, I didn't really want to react to that just yet. Because I had a feeling they were going to do a second one. So we got two over here. Hopefully there's not a third one. I can't imagine they do three, right? Unless one of them is a 4-star. That might be the case actually. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Alright, here we go. Okay, here we go. So, we got the post-lament Anthropocene stars intertwined Chisa. Chisa sees weakness in the form of threads. Upon analyzing the structure of an observed target, she identifies and then severs the enemy's weak threads, unraveling their structural integrity in one sharp cut from the scissors in her hands. Let's take a look at this. First up, I'm pausing it, I know. First off, just going over this. This weapon goes hard, alright? I'm already seeing a million things. This icons, is measuring across here. That looks like a T-square almost. These flipping, they got a protractor. There's a whole bunch of measuring instruments built into this weapon. And that already matches the description, so let's take a look here. The music is pretty good too. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, okay, you can see reality is actually being cut apart by her. That's really cool that it's animated like that. Hang on. Like, look, the background is, shifting because of her cuts. Or maybe it's fractured? I have no idea. But look, you can see modern city. I mean, okay. The other areas in Wuthering Waves, they were also kind of modern cities in their own right, but Arena Sita felt very traditional in its building design. This is like the big city. This is like, a super tech city or even like New York or something. That looks really, really cool. And you can see she is a 5-star. I will sever this deadlock, whatever that means. Very cool character. I like the art. Let's take a closer look at her art here, but this already... There was lots of emphasis put on her weapon. I'm guessing we can assume that she's a broad blade, just looking at how big this weapon is. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's a regular sword and it just fits inside this, right? Because Wuthering Waves, they don't really care about what weapon the character has equipped. That character is pulling out something else, alright? I mean, usually they do that with rectifiers, but for example, Zani, she has gauntlets, right? She's not using gauntlets while she's fighting. Nope, she's got a giant shield, so... By all means, this weapon might not even be the signature. This music is really sick. It's very reminiscent of making a comeback kind of a thing. Alright, let's take a look here. Hide. The post-lament at the Anthropocene starts intertwined. I will sever this deadlock. Chisa is a conscientious level-headed student. Or a conscientious level-headed student from Star Torch Academy. To her, everything can be broken down, analyzed, and resolved. With the exception of human bonding. Bonds can be severed, but this fragility is what makes them precious. So let's take a closer look. Actually, let's swap over to full screen here. Now let's take a look at the full screen art. Look at this, it is gorgeous. I'm guessing this is the next area. You can already see the symbol above her name is completely different. 5-star Chisa, I think. So her design is really simple. It's definitely got a lot of that kind of... it's just a sailor outfit, right? But there's a lot of flair here. I am curious, her outfit is pretty well worn. It's scratched up, it's missing bits of it. It is threadbare. Why not just buy a new one or repair this one? I don't know, because cuts into it, it's falling apart. Now, it does seem to be just a... sailor outfit. I'm a big fan of this very simple, very clean design that they got going. It's just a, and swole girl with black hair, piercing red eyes. I think this is kind of a cook though. And why? Because the jacket she's wearing goes crazy, having holes in the sleeves. And you can see her resonator. You can see her tacit mark, drew the sleeve there. And you can see her fingers have those aren't rings, those look like band-aids, so it looks like she does injure her fingers quite a bit. I mean, that is very often seen with things like sewing and cutting, paper craft, whatever we have to, whatever it has to do with scissors, crafting of some kind. You can see that she is very well known with crafts. Now, one thing that does have me curious, maybe it's gonna be viewed as a little pervy, but I'm looking at this. Like, Wuthering Waves characters can be viewed at any angle. She has a lot of exposed skin, like, well, first off, right, her shirt is literally... There's a hole in the middle so we can see her belly. And she's got like a full-on skirt. I imagine they give her shorts, but Wuthering Waves is willing to make characters, you know, super detailed. They're not gonna just throw on like the bloomers that you see in all the other gacha games. So maybe something like that goes there. I don't know. Another thing I noticed actually when I'm zoomed in is if you look at the papers around her, that is the golden ratio. So this is definitely a well-crafted character, or not well-crafted character she is, but a character that is really into crafting and like the build and creation of things. She sees the ratios of things and she's able to, you know, break down how they are made. So I mean, she can see things, the measurements of everything. I'm not sure how her abilities in Forte is gonna work, but I imagine she's somebody that is very, very precise. Well, that's Chisa. I'm really excited. If I had to guess, she's red, but this is not like fusion red. Not that, you know, yeah, Brenda is blue, so I guess, you know, typing doesn't really have anything to do with the typing. But if I had to guess, she looks kind of like the Havoc's character. I mean, looking at this character, she's definitely kind of reminds me of Ryuko Matoi from Kill la Kill, especially with the big scissor blade. I definitely think that's the inspiration, but this character is definitely a lot less, she's a lot less, aggressive looking than Ryuko. She's definitely a lot more, somber, very, very, she almost looks a little sad, and so I kind of think that is an air of mystery to her character. So I'm excited to see how Wuthering Waves cooks. And with that, we'll move on to our next character. We have another character over here. Post-Lament Anthropocene stars intertwined Buling. Buling's resonance ability enables her to pick up sounds imperceptible to others and bestow on her an exceptional sensitivity to reverberation frequencies. She takes off her headphones, listening while holding her breath. Then she starts murmuring and tapping her thumb against her fingers. In answer, thunder crashes and lightning flashes, and all evils are repelled. So let's take a look here. Let's move over to the vertical screen so we can full screen this. Where I am Buling! I'm gonna be honest. She's a 4-star, no! No, Buling! I mean, she kinda does look like a 4-star. All I can hope for and pray is that flippin' Curl Games is willing to actually make her a good 4-star, because I feel like every 4-star we have gotten has been mid. I don't know what it is, but they're not that good. And like, here's the thing. If your 4-stars are completely worthless, then it's a big bra moment. Now, don't get me wrong, not all the 4-stars are bad, alright? Like, Mortafi is really good. Yang Yang is actually kind of decent that you have a character that can take advantage of her extra energy, regeneration. Who else is like a good 4-star? Okay, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I know there's more! I just can't think of them right now, but all of the new 4-stars we've gotten have been mid, alright? Lumi wasn't that great. And I don't know who else came before her, but I'm pretty sure they weren't that great. Hopefully Buling is not the exception, but the new standard, and make her good, please. Please, I'm begging you, I actually adore this character design. She looks so good. Exorcism, talisman, divination, fortune telling, you name it, I bling it. Alright, pretty fire, pretty fire. Let's take a look at this character a little bit closer. Alright, the post-alignment Anthropocene stars intertwined. Exorcism Talisman. I read this already. Alright, Archive. Wuling is a Black Shores consultant known as a spirit chaser Taoist, who wanders far and wide investigating and sharing the strange and mysterious. She is a master of fortune-telling, feng shui, and other arts of divination. To cover the expenses on her travels, she sells talismans and offers her divination services, which she thinks of as sort of guidance for those in need. Very, very cool. Let's take a closer look at her art. I mean, she has like, it looks like a bell, but it's like a talisman thing of some kind. That looks really cool. We see she is a 4-star, Black Shores affiliated. And there's a little doodle in the corner. It's adorable. I don't know what any of this says. Looks like she has talismans in her hair. I love the headphones, guys. This is such a good-looking character. I hope she's good. I will be pulling 1,000,000%. Will I be pulling for S6? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna have the pulls for that, I'll be honest. Wuthering Waves has been frying me, alright? I mean, pulled like every character for the past couple patches. I think with the reveal of Chisa. With the reveal of Chisa, I think I'm skipping Chuyun. Chisa, she looks too good, guys. Okay, so I might throw 10 ball towards Chuyun, I'll be honest. I'll see. We've been pretty lucky, maybe we can keep getting lucky, but I think I want Chisa. If her weapon is the scissor blade, then I definitely have to get it. Alright, I'm excited to see what they do with these characters. As for what they do, I mean... I don't know what Buling is. Ice, maybe? I mean, she's blue, right? I mean, there's fire in this, like spirit fire in this, so maybe she's fusion. If she's fusion and a healer, then I would be very, very happy. Because my fusion team needs a healer, and they keep hogging Shorekeeper. And I'm like, I need something. I need something else. As for Chisa, I said it already, I think she is a Broad Blade Havoc. Or maybe she's not. Maybe she's a flippin' Rectifier, I don't know. She can be whatever weapon, they'll just give her her signature. I'll pull for that too. And with that, I guess that's the Drip marketed characters. I'm really interested to see where this is going. I mean, Chisa is definitely here to like introduce us to the new area. We are getting close to 3.0. Because we're in 2.6, I believe. Right, we're in 2.6 or in 2.7. Gosh, I have not been paying enough attention. But we're pretty far into Wuthering Waves 2.x, alright? In version 2, we're pretty far in. I think it's about time we move on to the next region. Especially because like in 1.0, or with like X, sorry, we jumped to 2.0 very quickly. But we've been in 2.0 for a long while, so I think it's time for us to move on, especially because we finished the storyline here. It's time for the next arc, and I'm always so excited. If we're going to like a super modern city, I'm wondering if we're going to see things like robots and stuff. That would be pretty crazy. That would be actually huge. If they introduce robots, I'm even more cooked, guys. I'll be bamboozled. So, here's something they don't ruin me too early. Will I be pulling for 3.0 characters? I don't know. But I think I definitely want Chisa at least. And I guess that's that. That's it. That's all. That is the Wuthering Waves Drip marketing. Alright, we sat here and kind of broke it down. Big fan of where this is going, but I'm not sure. Buling is a 4-star. I'm a bit worried about that because I'm a big fan of Buling, so we'll have to wait and see. But at the very least, Chisa is looking really, really good. 5-star, we're gonna try and pick her up. As for what she does, I don't know. She's like a precision character, right? She's all about finding enemies' weakness and then like exploiting it. So maybe she's kind of like maybe she's a debuffer. I feel like that would make sense, like a support debuffer. We've gotten a lot of DPS characters back to back, so I feel like it's about time we get something else. A debuffer would be pretty good. Maybe she's a healer. I feel like a healer. Well, actually, no. She's cutting things, right? Why would she be? How would she be healing, right? She's got the band-aid on her fingers. Maybe she's used to trading people. I mean, that's so stretched there. That's some copium. That is some severe copium. I don't know. Not with that. Actually, no. Even if she is a healer, let's look at Yuno. Yuno is a healer, kinda. She's a healer. She heals. This is not like crazy healing, right? But she does a bajillion damage, and that's the important part, right? Look at Yuno, she has two ways. You can just have the free-to-play copium building as a healer, or she's a healer that does damage. If you got her weapon, you get a 40% DPS increase. It's diabolical. So maybe that's how Chisa is. Maybe she works one way, and then if you build her the other way, she can work that way too. Like, actually, a key example, Phoebe in Arena Sita, right? Phoebe, she can be a main DPS, or she can be a support for Zani, right? It's either or. Maybe Chisa's like that, where she has two ways to be played. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. As for Buling, I have no idea. I'm praying to the healer for fusion, because I need that desperately, but who knows? Who knows? For all I know, they're gonna hit us with the actually, guys, she's arrow. And the blue fire is actually just wind that looks like fire. Like, make them do that. I don't know. Then, Wuthering Waves doesn't make their characters the same color as their typing anymore. They're good with doing whatever, and I kinda like that a lot. It makes things look very unique. But I guess that's the video. That's it, that's all. If you enjoyed the breakdown and predictions and maybe talk about it, then feel free to like the video. I would appreciate it. And let me know down in the comments below, are you excited for these characters? What do you think they will do? Alright, I want to see what your guys' theories are. Are you excited for the next patch? Are you skipping? Are you saving? What are your plans? Are you gonna be pulling for Chisa? Are you gonna get her weapon? I mean, in Wuthering Waves, usually you kind of want the weapon, especially because it's guaranteed, right? But that is it. Also, if you enjoyed the video and you are someone not subscribed, I double check. Only 13% of you guys are subscribed now. So hit that subscribe button, bell notification if you watched this far and enjoyed the video. Then that'll let you know when we do more content. We stream the Wuthering Waves story on this channel, and we talk about Egypt marketing, react to trailers, all this and that. So also, you better subscribe and like, because of the pen. I feel like the analytics for my Wuthering Waves content is going down. Where are the cruel bots at? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Where are you all? Anyway, that's it. That's all. Anyway, with that one, hope you all had a good one. Remember, and to enjoy, so I will see you all next time. Bye.